Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. That is Nick.
Hello.
What up?
What up? What up? What up?
Guess what I found out today?
That you're officially gay.
No, well, everybody always knew that.
Yeah.
Um, but sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah. Well, as
Right?
Mike Trainer likes to say, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that,
Right.
even though I'm really
Because there's
not.
not. Because there's not. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, we just like joking around, and if gay people could joke around like that, everybody would be so happy.
In all seriousness, we like to joke around, we like to bust balls, but we really don't care what the fuck you do. We don't really. I mean, I can't really speak for Mike because he says some crazy
Uh,
shit about
oh,
people,
if
but
you're
I don't
tranny,
really. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like you if you're tranny. I gotta be honest. I think it's weird.
No, but you know what, Mike? I want to introduce you. Not that I know any trannies, but I would like you to sit down with one and
Yeah,
like just talk to them and be
like
like, maybe you can have some cool conversations like about football because they used to be a dude, so they probably like football.
oh, so you want me to go with the trans women then? Because
Yes,
they used to be men, but they're
they
now
used to be dudes.
they try to look like women. You
Yes.
don't
So
want me to
then
sit with the reverse of that, like chicks would try to get a dick.
I don't know because they'd be trying so hard. They'd sit next to you like elbowing you, pretending like they know anything about sports, like, but they really don't. It's like me trying to like talk about football back in the day, like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I had no idea what I was talking about.
I don't know. I think I would like to have the chicks like trying to like grow a dick or whatever. Those ones. I
Yeah.
think that'd be a better thing because I could be like, hey, you could practice on my dick. Get used to it. Feel it, check it out. This is how you use it.
Oh, oh,
It wouldn't be gay in any way,
I
even though
got
with
you.
their short hair and they're trying to look like a guy. But you
When
know,
does their vagina close up? When their dick becomes big enough that their vagina just closes up?
that's pretty accurate, I would imagine.
Is that what happens?
I think so. I think you're onto it.
Yeah.
I just picture it like, yeah, it probably just seals up like a Ziploc bag.
Yo, what did they do? Say I gotta seal this thing up and like I gotta get to the doctor immediately and seal this. I need to seal this thing up.
You pour cement in it, right? Close that hole, right? No more. And you just put like a little like a wire so you can pee
Yeah,
through it.
yeah.
Then you have a fake dick on the outside of your concrete fucking vag hole that's sealed up.
Is that dick able to get hard? What do they do? Cut skin off? I don't know how that happens. How do they do that?
I think they press a button and then it gets hard.
No,
But
but
it's like a machine.
how do they sew a wiener onto to somebody?
I think you have to wait for like a dead guy that like
Does
maybe
that really happen?
I think I heard like a guy was driving a motorcycle, he died and he left his dick to be the only organ that would get transferred to a future tranny.
I feel like you're lying to me, Mike.
I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. I might have read that on the Onion or the Babylon Bee, so I could be wrong. It could be wrong.
Listen,
That's what I would do. I would want my dick to live on,
yeah, it should. It should just keep going, right?
right? Get that fucking button out there.
Listen,
Bigger than Asians, so
more power to the trannies because and they might not like us calling them trannies, but most likely nobody's listening to this that's a transsexual. But if they are, more power to you. Because I always say you have more balls than most men in order to follow through with something like that. That is a big, big commitment to say that you are going to turn yourself into a man or a
yeah.
fucking woman. It's a huge commitment. And everybody fucking like listen, you have to go against the grain on that. You have to go against
Yeah.
everything that your family probably believes in, your friends probably believe in, everything that the fucking society believes in. Even though like society now is becoming, a little bit used to it, it seems. But
Same.
As Mike always says, he always says that, he thinks that there's a mental illness going on.
I do.
And I'm not gonna say I agree or disagree, but
Okay.
it's it's pretty strong to say like all right, I guess I just got to say, yes, I believe that there's probably some sort of mental problem going on. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like something's going on. And I'm not judging anything in that aspect, but something is off because that's an extreme fucking thing. That's very fucking extreme. Listen, to quit your job, like say you're an executive on Wall Street, quit your job and you become a fucking monk.
Yeah.
Something happened in your mind Something snapped that you said, "Oh, I can't do this anymore." You know what I mean?
It's a good point.
Something snapped in your mind to say, "Oh, I'm not a man. I'm a woman." Something inside of you, you're feeling something. Could it be changed? Could I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's why I don't think either of us judge anybody like that.
No,
You know
I
what I
like to
mean?
joke around about it. I'm not judging them. I like to
Right.
joke around about it.
Right. Because if it is a mental illness, which it could
I think
be,
it is.
then
Like,
you're going through something really fucking like
traumatic.
tough and traumatic for sure. And you're but you have the balls, like I said. And
Well,
a lot of
it
people
did.
don't have the balls to do it, and they're living a lie,
Yeah.
a quote unquote a lie to themselves. But like,
It's
so that's why I
ironic.
always say my hats off to those
It,
people that have the fucking balls to do that. Because listen,
it is. It
alpha
is.
like I keep going quote unquote alpha guys, they'll go to a bar, fight somebody. Yeah, that doesn't take as big as balls as to cut your fucking balls off. I'm gonna and like I might joke around about that, but like I'm not joking around. That's
Right.
fucking that's probably the biggest commitment that you can make.
There's some serious doo-doo out there, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like changing religion,
Mm-mm.
going like, from like Catholic to Jewish or something,
Yeah.
or vice versa, even though
Yeah.
that's like crazy enough for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's ironic that they have the balls to do that, but then they don't got balls
Right.
after the whole thing's said and done, or they just hide them, you know.
But
So
you got to feel bad for the people that like listen, my mind one day I want to have a tattoo, the next day I'm glad I didn't get the tattoo. The next one day I'm want to do it. You got to feel bad for the people that were maybe in a state of mind where they felt like they had to do it and then they were like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" Because that's, you know what I mean? Like you got to feel bad for those people, you know? Cuz you could
yeah,
easily be in a state of mind where, you're not thinking right and you
that's
do something fucking stupid, you know?
that's why I said it's a mental illness. And that's why I'm glad we talked you out of getting that face tattoo. That would look weird.
And you know what? Listen, Mike says it's a mental illness. I agree to an extent. Yeah, I don't know how much I agree. I might agree all the way. I might not. I don't know. It's touchy, but we don't mean that in a bad fucking way. And like the
Right,
mental
right,
illness thing, like people always say, like nowadays there's like a stigma around it. Like there's nothing wrong with being mentally ill. You know what I mean? Like there's
right.
depression.
A
There's
lot of
all different types of mental illnesses.
them.
And the world, I don't know, maybe other countries do, but this country doesn't really, I don't think it puts much fucking emphasis on it, you know? Does it?
I don't
Does
think
it
they
try to
do.
help people? You know what I mean? You go to a psychiatrist, you go to a psychologist, and what do they really do to you? You sit down, you tell them about your problems, but do they really try to fix you other than a psychiatrist? They give you fucking medicine, which could potentially make you want to fucking kill yourself anyway,
It's,
you know?
I would say maybe it's a lot better now than it would have used to be. Back in the day, if you had like something going on, they just tell you stop being a fag, and that's it. It's over,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
And
That's
then you
how it
had
was
to.
back in the day, and you had to be like, all right. But yeah, like you had to get over your shit like back in the day. Now it's like I don't know what happened. I think people just got more sensitive because of like maybe social media made them more
Maybe.
sensitive to stuff. So they're seeing a lot more, they're taking a lot more in. Like if you go to
Mhm.
like school and you trip and fall, right? And everybody laughs at you for like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
right? You get up, you move on with your day. But if some little maniac nowadays got that shit on camera, yo, you want to reel on Instagram, and then they're putting like fart noises behind
Yeah.
it, and they fucking do all this crazy shit, and then you're like, you're Instagram famous almost for like falling down.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot these days for sure.
I think maybe it's like there's more um PTSD and like fucking stress or something like that where it would make you like you were saying like you could just keep I don't think people know how to really feel their feelings in a way or something like that, or I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Like back in the day you get picked on at school, that's it. Game over. Like you come home and that's over with. You know what I mean? You're not getting picked on anymore unless you decide to go play basketball with those fucking kids that were picking on you. You're okay.
Right. It's over.
Yes, obviously it could carry onward, but like you
Yeah, yeah.
could go home and be relieved. You're not going to go on Facebook and get fucking bullied anymore. But like,
But you still remember it. Like I was called Michael Training Wheels in grade school. I remember that shit to today.
yeah, but that makes sense because
It's hilarious.
you had training wheels.
Yeah.
Even when you had your fucking BMX fucking bike back in high school.
I was driving my fucking Grand Am and I still had fucking training wheels on my bike. No
You know
doubt.
what it is? I don't think we can process trauma as well as we used to be able to process it. I think that's maybe what it is. Like when we, like
What do you mean?
the older group of you like people, like the older, the World War, like say, and I don't know anything about war because I've never been in the army. I've never been in anything, but like World War One, like they probably saw just as much as killing as like say, I don't know, the fucking Vietnam War and shit like that, right? Like you're seeing the worst things that could ever fucking happen, right? You're seeing your best friends getting fucking blown
Oh,
up and shit like
yeah.
that, right? You're there killing people, but mentally, and not to say anything about people nowadays and soldiers nowadays and stuff like that. Absolutely not. So don't get me wrong on this, but I think that the generations before they were mentally tougher as a whole,
Yeah.
and I think everybody can agree with that.
I
And
agree with
as a soldier, you have to be the toughest mentally fucking person on the fucking planet, right? But all this stuff going on, all this stuff being put into you, like I think maybe back in the day they just used to shut it off, man, and they were able to shut it off. Like this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, I'm protecting this country, right?
yeah.
But also like probably World War One and World War Two, you were only killing fucking adults, right? Nowadays, like there's bad shit going on. Even fucking from Vietnam onwards, like, you know,
Yeah,
the,
right.
you know what I mean? Like you were killing people that number one could have been innocent, not knowing that, they would you would have a fucking you were walking in Vietnam, next thing you know, a kid
Right.
blows you up or a woman blows you up. Now you have to kill them, and that's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? At least in
That's
like the World War One, World War Two, you were shooting at the
right.
other guy shooting at you, you know?
You're right. That's gonna be a big problem for these fucking guys that gotta return home.
Yeah, but I don't know.
PTSD.
Maybe people just can't. Maybe there's just so much more going on. You know, Mike, like
Could be.
the stresses of like society nowadays and social
Well,
media, and it
that's
beats you
it.
down, and then it just transforms you into something different, and you feel like less of a person, and you have to just do an extreme thing. Like I need to transform into something
Uh,
else. I don't fucking know.
I mean, you're looking at. I just kind of think like you kind of hit the nail on the head with all this stuff going on. Back in the day, they didn't have a lot of stuff going on. It's like, all right, you return home to the family,
Yeah,
you eat dinner, grab a beer, put on TV for a while,
yeah,
start it all over again. That was America. You know what I
yeah.
mean? The wife stays home with the kids. Now it's like it's totally changed. Everything's
Right.
changed. The world has changed.
Yeah.
And I think it's just all with all that technology and shit going on. I think it definitely like it affects you. It's got to affect you.
Yeah.
We're just living in it. That it's maybe like another generation be like, oh man, they went through a lot with all this shit that they had going on. But I don't see this stopping. All this information, all the technology is just going to keep getting more and more. You're going to keep getting hit with it like left and right. I don't think there's no stopping this like madness.
I don't know. Maybe it's like, when change happens and it just you going through this like turmoil and then finally it like evens out and it's like, okay, here we are. It's okay
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Maybe that's what's going on. It's just, but I don't know. And I gotta be honest with you. Lately, the past few days, trying to promote this book, and I'm more on social media, and I see myself on that shit
yeah, yeah,
more, and I'm like I'm getting more and more like addicted to it, and like I
yeah.
gotta check what's going on,
Hmm.
and oh, it's detrimental, man. It's fucking detrimental. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
anytime that you come outside of the moment that you're in, like with somebody or something, just to go check it for a second, you lost that moment. You lost it
yeah, yeah,
just to see if you liked like something like you got liked. But you know what's funny? I watched Black Mirrors, right?
yeah. Of course, it's the best.
I watched an episode of rewatch. We watched an episode the other day about basically social media. Like this guy, they don't tell you what's going on until the end. Obviously, he kidnaps somebody. It's called from this company Smithereens,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
yeah, and he we don't know what's going on, but Smithereens is basically Facebook. And at the end of it, he tells the founder of Smithereens, which is basically fucking Mark Zuckerberg. They're trying to like portray.
yep.
Um, that he killed his girlfriend, his fiance, by looking down at his phone while he was driving because he got a notification about a fucking dog, a dog picture.
Yeah, right.
And I
Wild,
mean,
man. Wild,
that's
right?
yeah, that's the most extreme, obviously, that can happen. But listen, this shit ruins
But it happens.
relationships. Yeah, it does happen, and that's
It
fucked up.
happens.
It happens probably, a decent amount. But this shit, social media ruins fucking relationships. People fucking cheat on fucking people
Of
that they
course.
care about because of this shit. But like,
It's the
because it's
worst.
so easily accessible. It's so fucking easily accessible. But also, it just takes your time. The time is the most, man. You could be sitting on the couch watching a movie with like your girlfriend or your wife or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're on the fucking phone, and you're like, "Am I here by myself? Like, what the fuck is going on?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, you listen, I understand all of that. I've seen how like social media, like I was driving the other day and this girl, I didn't know it was a girl at the time. I was in back of them all over the road, like back and forth in the right lane and the
Yeah,
drifting the right, drifting left. I'm like, I know what you're doing. Pull to the side, young girl just looking dead ass
yeah,
down on her phone, like not even
yeah.
looking ahead, bro. Like I'm like looking at her, I'm like, I mean now I'm not looking at straight ahead, but I'm
Right.
looking at her and I'm like, I don't fucking believe this. So I'm
Yeah,
like paying the fucking attention, you know?
yeah.
But you're right. With that, there's more accidents with that. Of course, the relationship and with Instagram, it's like the worst thing. Like these people like cheating on each other, getting messages like from ex and shit, and all this
Yeah.
fucking crazy shit. And then it starts a whole fucking thing if you're in a relationship with that person. Like I don't trust the women that I've dated in the past that keep their Instagram or Twitter on private. If you're on private, what don't you want people to really see? You know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
I don't know about that. I understand. Listen, if it's about your work, your job, you don't want people
Yeah,
seeing that.
right.
I get that. That's the only, but you're doing it like, I don't know. It seems like weird to me that like, what are you trying to hide? What message are you getting that, somebody can't see?
Yeah, but private just means that random people can't fucking see what you're posting. Some dude's not gonna like if some dude like banging your girlfriend, they're not gonna fucking met and they know you that chick has a boyfriend. They're not gonna fucking message them on the fuck like they're not gonna put it out like
Okay.
a comment on it. They can message her and fucking
Oh, okay.
in the slide into her DMs without anybody fucking
Yes.
knowing about it. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
like
I've heard that expression before.
that's the old slide into the DMs.
Yeah, yeah. You slid in there. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You sick bastards. I don't know. I just found it like, I don't know, a little bit suspect. But now that he explained it, because I'm on the Instagram a little bit for the podcast and shit like
Yeah.
that, but I've caught myself going down like the rabbit hole sometimes with
Yeah.
that. And yeah, I definitely check myself where like I'm like, I gotta chill with this. I gotta get out of this moment and
Right.
fucking go back to the real life like moment and shit. I gotta do more of that. But again, I'm promoting the podcast. I'm promoting the other podcasts I do, so
Yeah.
I kind of have to be on it. But sometimes it just fucking gets you, bro. It just
Yeah.
gets you.
You know what comes up a lot on my fucking feeds now? Knocking like people knocking each other out. And it's like, why is that so enthralling to us as humans? Like to watch people get knocked the fuck out.
That and murders is all over my fucking Twitter and
I
Instagram.
don't watch that. I can't watch that. It's not something I like to watch.
But it hits me. I can't even pass it by. Like I try not to watch them, but yo, they throw it at you every day. And you're like, oh, this guy got robbed, and at the end he gets shot, and they show it like on Twitter. I'm
Can't
like
watch that
it's
shit.
almost like they're trying to desensitize like the population
Yeah.
to just like looking at that like that's acceptable. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand you can't like watch that. A lot of people can't watch that shit either. I can for some reason. I have a like,
It doesn't feel you don't feel anything when you watch that?
I told you, like, if you're gonna listen to the book, I told you I'm dead inside. Like, I have no emotions like inside, so nothing affects me. Like, it really don't. I think I have a little bit of a mental illness because I live in a bubble. Like, I'm a bubble boy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I try not to let like a lot of shit like affect me. They always have that shit on Instagram. Think happy, think positive.
Yeah.
Trick your brain. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm telling you, it works. It just fucking works. If you wake up every day and just be like, yo, I'm gonna be happy today. This is nothing gonna stop me. It doesn't even matter. And you could
Hmm.
just be like, yo, like a snap of the finger. You just got to remember that you want to feel that way. And then before you know it, you're just walking around planet Earth with a big cheese on your face 24/7.
You're right. You know what's funny? Speaking of
Right.
planet Earth, today at work, I walked outside and the moon looked beautiful. It wasn't a full moon, but it was very crispy. It was like 5:15 at night, and the sky was still blue, but this fucking moon looked so beautifully crystal clear, like I could just see everything on it.
Yeah.
And for a second, I saw the vastness. Sometimes I could step back and like not focus on the trees in front of me, look at like the outside picture and feel kind of like the vastness of the planet. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, obviously I can't see the whole thing, but you just feel it. And I tried to like suck myself back and look at the planet and there's the moon over there and just keep going and going and then bring yourself back to it. So like if anybody's listening, let's do this right now, okay? I want you to try too, Mike.
All right.
I guess let's just close our eyes for a fucking quick second.
All
Just
right.
picture
They're
yourself
close.
where you are, right?
Right.
And now, so you see yourself, right? Like I'm sitting on a chair,
Okay.
I'm in a house, and now just like picture yourself, not picture yourself, but like picture yourself kind of coming out of yourself, and like you see yourself still sitting in the chair, and then you're rising up through the fucking sky and shit, and then like eventually you just see like the earth. And you can kind of see the moon up there or whatever the fuck, and I guess the sun's behind you, and then you just keep going and going and going. And then all of a sudden, like Earth isn't even fucking there anymore. You're just in this fucking distant universe where like there's the Milky Way fucking galaxy. All that shit. We've all seen those videos on Instagram to show how small the planet is and how you are.
Hmm.
And then you're all the way up there, and that's a real place. You know, that's a real fucking place up there somewhere a gazillion light years away. And then now bring yourself back down through the ceiling, fucking through the roof. And now you're back into your body, right?
Yeah.
Like you could imagine that, which is pretty crazy. It's
It
tough to do
is.
because
It
can
is
you
tough to
really
do.
imagine it? You know?
You got to get into it like a real Zen place to do that. You're describing almost like a telescope, like a reverse telescope. You're
Yeah.
just like backtracking and going back, 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 almost like you're driving away from somewhere.
Yeah.
That's basically like what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that kind of, meditation before.
That type of shit though makes me ask myself a lot. What the fuck is the point? Not really what the point is, but like what's going on here? Why are we here? Right? And I know I texted you this. This is going to be like a topic or whatever, which is
Yeah.
cool that it's segueing into it. But like, why the fuck are we here? Did we bring ourselves here? Why were we lucky enough to become human? You know, as opposed to like if energy's all the same and stuff like that, it's just one thing. Why were we not an ant? Why were we not a cat? Why were we not a dog? Why are we human with this ability to fucking think and just mind fuck ourselves? Because do cats do that? No, they probably just live and just enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? Though they said when you go away, sure. When you come back, they're happy. Why do we have this ability? And how? Like I'm saying, like why did we get here? Why are we human? Why are we human as opposed to a donkey being a donkey? Like did you
Hey,
know?
yeah. I'm picturing Shrek right now.
Right.
Yeah, like I've had that like thought process like numerous times.
Eugene, why?
you know, it's like why ain't I a fucking monkey?
Right.
Why ain't a monkey in the zoo in the Bronx Zoo just flipping my
Oh,
shit at anybody? That seems fun. It seems like
yeah.
a way less responsibility.
Yeah.
Instead of like being human. I don't know how we luck out though, because we are pretty lucky. As you think, like as a human race, like all the stuff we could do, and we could do what we like to do. Yeah, we had that option pretty much to do whatever the fuck we really like to do in life. Monkeys, all they're doing is just eating, throwing this shit, and beating each other up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm describing the Irish, but like it's pretty much like, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It really is crazy to like think about like to go deep like that. A lot of people just I don't know if they can't think that way or just don't want to think that way. They just want to like take this for granted. This is crazy that we're here.
Yeah. What about? I was gonna say something. Fuck. There's got to be. Ah, damn it.
Should have wrote it down.
Damn it. There was a good one. There was something that like. Fuck. You're talking about monkeys and like all that shit and all that stuff, but like,
Being in a zoo, responsibility, all that kind of shit.
fuck. Damn, I had something good.
Lost it.
I had something groundbreaking. I lost it.
It could be that great if you forgot about it.
No, it was good. It was, when you got those good points, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, how could it slip out of your mind so quick once it hits you?
I don't know.
Are we not taking it all the information in to keep it
Yeah.
there?
Oh, I think I got it.
All good.
I think I got it. So, all right, it's around it's along this wavelength of us. Okay, this is it. Ready? So, are we as human beings searching? Are we forcing ourselves to find happiness in all the wrong places? Right? Like, so there's this meditation that I was listening to yesterday a little bit, but like your third eye, like how we just think everything's physical, right? Like
Yeah.
that's how we were. I mean, when you take religion class, you think things are spiritual and shit like that, but like we're all stuck on this physical plane. But when people like who meditate and stuff, they tell you about your third eye and how it's a real thing. It's like it's fucking real, right?
Yep.
But people still don't believe that. Some people don't believe that. Some people say it is real. And when I was listening to this yesterday, I was like, wait, why is it not real? Why is this third eye, the pineal gland, not able to connect to different places, to different fucking dimensions, all that stuff? Why? Why is that not real? Right? But are we looking for happiness in the wrong places when it's just inside of us and we could connect to this fucking world and realm that is, I mean, have you ever meditated where your body becomes numb and you feel like nothing and it's just fucking the most amazing feeling on fucking planet Earth?
I mean, I haven't got that to that level yet,
Yeah.
but kind of close.
I did that a few times a long time ago where I'm completely numb. My body's not even fucking there anymore. And you just feel like energy, electricity running through you.
How long did it
That
take to get there? Like how? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes,
Nah, it all depends. It really all
3 hours?
depends. You know the feeling you get before, like, when you're sleeping and you're about to like astral travel, that
Yeah,
feeling?
yeah, yeah.
Like you're like scared, you think you're gonna die. That's the fucking feeling, and then you break through it and you're like, you're gone. You're gone.
Okay.
That I think is I feel like when you die, that's what you are. You feel that all of that, but I don't know if you could control it right away. You probably can't. That's why, like, when you're here and you could practice astral travel, you should probably be able to try to do that. So, like, when you
Yeah,
die,
yeah.
maybe you have a better fucking feeling of it all, and you could just be like, "I'm out of here. I'm fucking whipping through the fucking universe." You
Yeah,
know?
it's almost like if you practice it down here, it's like practicing for a road test.
Right.
Also, when you get there, you can fucking drive however the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You know,
But
it's interesting. It's just to explain to the people what the third eye actually is.
it's your penis. It's the tip of your penis hole.
Where your penis used to be.
Yeah.
Tranny.
So the third eye is your pineal gland, and it's apparently calcified for most of us. So you can't even a lot of people can't use it, but you could decalcify it. And we were never taught this stuff. That's the thing. You were
Never,
never in
never thought
grammar
it.
school, high school, college, outside in a fucking party. Nobody ever told you about this. The first person who told me about this was my our family's friend Rob, who I spoke about before. He told me about this, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But he's the type of person that I trust. He tells me something, I'm not going to think of it as
I can
bullshit.
brush it off.
I'm
Right.
not brushing it off. So he told me about that, and then that night, it fucking happened to me. Okay, I didn't do it all the way, but my body came outside of myself sideways. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was freaking the fuck out. Because when things go into your mind, you then start to remember maybe or realize or think you're capable of something, right? If somebody says you can only run the fucking 5 minute mile and then somebody does the 4 minute mile, then everybody starts running the 4 minute fucking mile, right? You need to see that it's possible in order to fucking do it because sometimes you can't fucking come up with this shit on your own. You don't fucking know. We were raised as Catholics, right? We like you went to Catholic school. Oh, you didn't go to did you go to Catholic school at all? Or you went to like
Yeah.
CCD and all that? Oh, you went to Catholic school.
Yeah. I went to Catholic.
That's what we
Went
were
to
raised. You were raised
CCD.
to do all this shit, get married, believe in God. But they never told you, listen, Religion has crazy stuff in it. It tells you if you believe it, it will happen. It has these things, but it doesn't tell you how to go and actually do it and go above and fucking break through that shit. You know what I
It's no
mean?
direction book, yeah.
There's no direction book, but like now, like this kind of stuff, it's like, okay, if you meditate and you try your best and you try to fucking focus on this shit, you can do this. This can happen, you know? It's like it's a combination of things. And I used to shit on religion like a few years ago, but there's a degree of goodness from it. There is, you know what I mean? There's also a degree of badness from it, but like, because the man-made bullshit.
And
But
me.
there's a lot of stuff in it that is good. It teaches you how to be a good fucking person, you
Yeah.
know? Um, and a lot of it coincides with the spirituality and stuff like that and meditation and stuff. And you know what I mean? And honestly, I feel like if I read the Bible again,
Uh-huh.
knowing the stuff that I've like learned through all
Now?
this
Yeah.
spiritual stuff, I would be like, holy shit,
You might, yeah. Right, right. I get it. I kind of feel the same way too.
you know?
I feel like I was bored, like when they used to have
Yeah.
to read that in like, grade school
Yeah.
and shit like that. So yeah, man.
We got deep just now.
Yeah. It was interesting. I had something too that kind of was there in my
Yeah.
mind, but I forgot it. And there's
It was
no
an
way.
erection. It was an erection.
I mean, yeah, besides that, I'm always hard for this podcast. So yeah, like I had something, but I'm not, you know what? I'm not as smart as you, so it won't come back to me. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do that fucking IQ test. But let's take a quick commercial break and
Okay.
we'll be right back on the Mix It Up podcast.
I got to pee, Mike.
All right.
Really crush it.
Hey, welcome back to the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick. Nick, I remember what I was gonna say before.
Sick. What was
You're
it?
talking about like, how like school, like even teachers, like teach us like the basic shit like math, all the skills, English. If some fucking teacher went in there and started teaching us about the third eye, they'd get that cuckoo bird out of there so quick. They would
Oh
fucking
yeah.
transfer out of school. There's no way that kind of teacher would last, even though that would be cool shit, to fucking learn about.
Yeah.
But
Like,
the school system never allowed that kind of hippie shit to happen.
they'd kick that cuckoo bird right out.
There's no doubt. We need more hippies in this world. But
Yo,
quick top.
yeah, go on, go on, go on. But
All right, I was
wait,
gonna
wait,
say,
wait, wait, before you do that, can I just
all
ask
right,
you one question?
of course.
The Third Eye Blind, the band.
Oh, I
Are
love
they
that.
talking about? I used to think they were talking about their penis, Third Eye Blind, but are they talking about their fucking Third Eye Blind?
I mean, yeah, maybe that's what say it's blind. Their third eye is blind.
Yeah,
I was just listening to that album fucking like for the past 2 days. That's crazy. Might have to
Mike,
play it.
life isn't real, Mike.
Life isn't real. It's all make believe.
Yeah,
But you know what helps, Nick?
but
Marijuana. And then guess what happened today? It's an historic day in Westchester, Nick. And
why?
it's because Mount Vernon, money earning,
Mount Vernon.
is the first one to have a grand opening of its cannabis dispensary. And it's where we used to park by the train station to take the train down to the city.
Really?
Right in back of there, down that little parkway when it's
Yeah.
the two one-way parkway. You go all the way down to the right to the dead end, make a left, and then go up the block a little bit on South Street, make a quick left, and then it's right there.
I'm talking about Equestrian Parkway.
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce that one. That was a big word. So yeah, by New South Street. So once you get to South Street, bang, it's like, and then you make quick right onto it's on South Terrace Avenue in Money Earning, Mount Vernon, New York. So if you want to check out the cannabis dispensary, it's called Elevate. Yeah, yeah. So congratulations to that, man. And then if you guys need weed, you could go to Money Earning, Mount Vernon.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
Elevate sex on the first date.
Ele- yep, that's it.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool, right?
Yeah. Let's fucking get everybody high, mellow them out, kill their fucking brain cells.
For real, man. You need to chill. A lot of people are smoking weed these days. We noticed the impact in the beer industry. People
Really?
are like drinking less
Yeah.
and they're smoking a lot more weed. Actually, speaking of drinking less, I stopped drinking the day after Super Bowl.
How's that going for you?
I always do it pretty much every year. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to like listen. If I go out to dinner, I'm gonna have like some red wine. I'll drink that. But yeah, I quit drinking like the beer until probably softball season when that comes around in like May.
Yeah.
So for the next few months, you know, doing that, grilled chicken, eat right,
Nice.
get your mind right, get my third eye open,
Yep.
my other butthole open, and get all these trends I'm gonna do, and fucking I got all the shakes I'm gonna take, and all the fucking whatever, all the fast and whatever Eugene tells me to do, eat
Yep.
some fucking peanuts all day.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna do it.
My second butthole is wide open.
Come on out. Get all that crap out of there. Yeah. So I
Shit.
started that shit.
That's good, man. Proud of
Yeah.
you.
It's
Proud
my
of you.
Lent. It's my Lent. That's what it is.
Good.
I start early or late, whatever,
That's
whatever
all
the
right.
case may be. Yeah,
So when
so
are you going to start? In May, back in the softball season? You're
I'll
stopping
probably
till then?
I'll start drinking probably like in May again for softball season when that comes around on Tuesday nights. So yeah.
All
So
right, cool.
like think about it. It's like February, yeah, March, April, May. You got like 4 months. That's not bad. My liver needs help.
Yeah.
It's crying.
You know what's crazy? I know I've spoken about this on the podcast before, but like I got this pain in my groin area, right?
Still got it.
Yeah, and like it's better than it was. And I do I do believe that it's the way I move
Yeah, it
because
probably
of
is.
like
It's probably your dingleberries are probably hitting the side of your
I think
leg.
that's what it is. I think that's what it is. But whatever it is, all I think about, like it's a livable pain. It's fine. It's
Okay.
livable. If somebody was coming after me, I could run away. You know what I mean? Because adrenaline's
Get
there.
away.
But
Okay, that's
all I'm thinking about, Mike,
is
is the
softball.
fact that softball is coming up, and I need to be ready for that.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. I had some good news in that regard. I got cleared last Wednesday
Yeah.
to run for the first time in 9 months since I hurt my foot. So
Wow.
I did the treadmill for a minute.
Yeah.
And I felt okay, and I
Yeah.
have to keep doing it every other day and
Yeah.
build up my tolerance. So yeah, I can't wait. You're right. Softball is like it's on my mind right now.
Yeah. Listen, I'm heading for power this year. I know we say that every year, but I
Me
mean it
too.
this time. I mean it.
Yo, we eat raw steaks before every game. We just eat
I
them
I
raw.
just ate a raw steak before. I just pulled it right out of the wrapper and just munched right into it.
That's how you got to do it, bro. Like
Hmm.
I'm gonna practice. I was thinking about I was looking for those the fences you put on the mound so you just block your whole body so you can be able to pitch to somebody like for
Yeah.
batting practice. I was thinking about buying that and just listen. So this way, when we get people to come, we'll set that up, throw as many balls, so you don't have to worry about hitting up the middle, swing your
Yeah.
hardest. We can use the illegal bats. So, but it's so tough. Like I always say it every year. Me, Jeff, like real big. We're like, oh, we're gonna practice. We're gonna get out there.
Yeah.
We never thought we do maybe once,
I know.
and that's it. It's such a fucking waste. But it's either I get that fence or I get that fucking. Remember that little guy, my buddy? They used to
Yeah.
pitch the wiffle balls at you when you were like fucking 5 to 9
No.
years old. My buddy, right? He's like, my buddy,
Yeah, I know my
my
buddy.
buddy. Yeah. So he threw the little wiffle balls at you and then you hit it
No.
because you
Mine
didn't have
didn't
any
mine never
friends.
did mine never threw a fucking ball to me.
You had a my buddy though?
Of course I did. When I had my buddy and when Chucky came out, I used to throw my buddy against the wall so hard that I broke my wall. I put cracks in my wall.
The
And when
fuck
Chucky came out,
you to
I
my
had
buddy.
I had to give the doll to my mom and then she threw it in the living room too. She was like, I can't sleep with this fucking thing.
What were you pile driving my buddy into your fucking
Dude,
wall?
I would throw him head first into my wall as hard as I could, like whipped him around like doing 360. Whacka!
That's nuts,
And I
man.
broke the wall. I put a legitimate like crack in the fucking wall. Yeah.
I used to take stuffed animals and throw them up into my ceiling fan. It
Oh
just
yeah,
just get chopped off,
of course.
thrown it to the side of the room.
Yep. Yeah.
I did that way before I let my parakeets out by accident. My parakeet hit the ceiling fan. I had like three parakeets back in the day. I had like a blue one, a green one, and a purple one.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted all the colors, and for some reason, my parents decided to get me three birds. So I think my mom eventually got mad and just fucking let them all out the fucking front door. But yeah, it was yeah, I think one of them got out when I was a little kid and the fan was on. Thank God
Yeah.
I think the fan was only on like level one, the
Right.
slowest, because the bird hit it and it just flew back and hit my head. Like the bird flew back and hit my fucking little like 6-year-old fucking head. And then I went screaming like to my parents. I went screaming at my mom's like, Petey's dead. Like Petey's dead. And
Was that
like,
his name?
yeah, it was Petey. Uh Petey Patty. God, what was the other?
Pablo.
No, because it was one girl, one boy, and Max. Max was the other one.
Okay.
No, Max was my sister and brother-in-law's bird. Oh fuck. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. Maybe I'll think about it. I'll let you guys know like you care what the name of my third parakeet was. But yeah, it was it was a fucking it was like the Bronx Zoo in my house back then. I had like fucking 5 fish tanks when I was a kid. I had birds, a dog. Like it was fucking nuts. It was fucking nuts, my house, man. And then of course they all decorated for every goddamn holiday. So they must have thought my family was fucking insane.
Did any of your birds talk?
Yeah, the my brother-in-law's bird, Max, he's the one that like talked. He's like he said pretty bird. It's like pretty bird, pretty bird. Like how the fuck you get a parakeet to and then he had him play like with the little ball with the bell in it. Remember those
Yeah,
fucking things? So the parakeet run, get that little fucking thing, bite it, and bring the shit
yeah,
back to you. Like it was like a like how the fuck you train a parakeet to do that kind of shit? But this
yeah.
motherfucker was doing it. It was crazy. And then he'd go on your shoulder and then he'd sit there and shit on it. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, it was crazy, bro.
My parakeet, his name was Sparky. He was a blue parakeet.
Mhm.
And in hindsight, the green ones were the prettiest ones for sure. I should have got a green one, right? They looked like parrots.
Everybody wanted blue though, but you're right. The green
Yeah,
though is fucking bad. I almost want one now. Like how
yeah.
crazy is that? I would love a fucking parakeet right now.
But my parakeet used to be able to say hi Sparky. His name was Sparky. He would say hi Sparky. My dad like taught
Oh
how to say
shit.
Sparky. And then we always thought it was a boy. Then it laid an egg, and like a fucking day later, like a week later, maybe a few days, it just died out of nowhere. The bird, like,
Oh yeah.
what the fuck? How did it lay an egg?
Well, a bird like if they could be
We
at
had
the
it for
pet
years,
store.
Mike. We had it for
Oh,
years. This
for
bird.
years?
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. You know, I don't know how that bird got pregnant.
I don't either.
That's crazy.
I gotta ask my dad. I gotta sit my dad down.
What
Like,
like what did a bird like? Did an outside bird sneak into your window at night and just go fucking fuck that thing?
so weird, right?
It must yeah, that egg was probably like half like that brown bird that we see in Money Earning Mount Vernon. That fucking, bluebird.
I sat down. I,
Shit.
I I looked my bird right in the face. I cracked that fucking egg open and put it over a frying pan. I fucking lit a cigarette and be like, I'm eating you. I'm eating that fucking egg, boy.
Don't ever disobey me again. This is what's gonna happen.
I looked at it right in his face. I was like, you whore. You tranny whore. I thought you were a man, and then you turned into a woman and still got pregnant.
I Yeah, so my sister brother-in-law, they used to live in my house, so they had a bird, right? They used
Yeah.
to live in the upstairs like apartment in my house.
Oh,
And then we had a bird, one bird at the time, and then they were playing with each other. We put them in the same cage, and fucking the bird laid an egg. I was like, oh, cool, we're gonna have a fucking baby bird. Then all of a sudden, I'm like looking for the egg like the next day. I'm like, yo, where the fuck's the egg at? And then I think my mom like fucking threw it out or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Why'd you throw it out? She's like, I don't want a baby bird here. I'm like, yo, it's like she just aborted that fucking thing. Like, I'm like, damn, you're not pro-choice
shit.
or pro-choice? I don't know.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think that's the other one. Yeah,
She whacked the fucking bird,
he
bro.
did whack the bird.
Poor
It's all
thing.
right. My mom killed my turtles when I was younger. She didn't realize we used to have a deck. Remember, my old music room?
Yeah, yeah.
That used to be a deck
Oh,
instead.
really?
And she put my two turtles, DJ and Rambo, outside in the sun, and for some reason didn't realize that she needed to put water in the thing, and they froze to
Uh,
death.
uh,
She fried them. She fried them. She's like, I didn't know I had to put water in there. There was water. There's literally water in, like, we used to have like a bucket, like the type of bucket you put your feet into, like wash them
yeah.
or whatever.
Oh, she knew. She knew what was she doing,
Yeah, there was a rock and water in there all the time,
allegedly.
and I don't know. She must have like cleaned the bucket out and was like, "Oh, let me put them outside for a little while." But
Maybe she
uh,
just forgot.
I gotta bring that up to her next time I see her.
Hey,
Mom,
find the truth out.
You really didn't think it was a good idea to put some water in the fucking thing when it was 95 degrees out. You didn't think that was a good idea, huh?
It's like she wanted information from the turtles and she put them in the beating hot sun. She's like, tell me what you know.
Right.
Tell me. And then they wouldn't speak.
Yeah.
And
Tell
then it
me, is
was
my
over.
son masturbating yet when I'm not home?
Why is his shorts fucking stiff as a board? Tell me. Man, she whacked those things. That's crazy. My sister also had a fish tank, right? When she lived here.
Yeah.
And she's big into cleaning, always likes to clean shit. It was crazy. And the fish tanks used to have a heater on top of it. And she was cleaning or whatever, and she fucking cleaned the thing. And it was set at like 78. I think she set it to like 136, like by accident, right? When she's cleaning. All of a sudden, like the next day she sees the fish, they're all white, like as ghosts. They
Oh my
fucking just
God.
burned to death. They
Oh
were
my
so
God.
hot. They were so hot. So I feel for the turtles, man.
Damn, that's a slow death.
It's brutal. That's why, like, every time, think about it. So that's just me and you, like having pets just died, right? That's probably everybody that's ever owned a pet and bought shit at Petland discounts. Somebody fucked those things up. Like whether it's a ceiling fan, the sun, getting fried, like
Yeah.
shit, man. Yeah. But that's how you learn. Like that's how you learn with like goldfish and parakeets is like a fucking million of them, turtles, dime a
Right.
dozen. Is what it is.
Where do parakeets come from?
I don't know, man. I think they're just made in a lab. Like it's something. They got to be from like obviously South America, right?
I guess.
Because you can't. If you ever let a parakeet out here, they're
Yeah.
dead. They're dead, and like once they go to the outside world, they can't
Yeah.
survive. You know?
Have you ever seen parrots like floating around Yonkers? You ever seen like a green parrot?
No.
I've
Have you?
seen, yeah, on my street. And this is like multiple different times. I saw two green fucking beautiful parrots and like a white parrot, and they were fucking flying around my neighborhood and would land on the fucking telephone pole. And I was like, okay, those are parrots, right? And I talked to the guy down the street from me, and he's like really big into nature. And he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, those are parrots. They must have escaped from somebody's house, and like they're living, and they were there.
Really? How
Parrots.
do you now? Like, if they escape from your house, they're your pets. How do you catch them?
I don't think you're catching them, man. Like,
You
no,
can't,
they're
right?
gone. They're gone.
You
Unless
just
you've trained them to fucking be hummingbirds. Goodbye.
yeah,
Goodbye to those birds.
they're gone. There's no way you could just climb a tree and right. Like, there's no way you can do any of that.
No.
Yeah, they're done. That's crazy.
Yeah. No. Back in the day we had parakeets. There was like levels of bird. It was like parakeet, and then like some people let their kids have like cockatiels.
Yes, they were the next ones up.
Yeah.
Lovebirds,
Yeah. And then there was just parrots.
parrots. Yeah,
Like Schmangelo Schmubo had a parrot back in the day. And
nice.
he that parrot used to fucking pretend it was the phone. It would be like,
What an asshole.
dude, that parrot said a lot of things. It was an African gray parrot. What the fuck was it? Chico? His name was Chico.
Chico, it's great.
It was cool. But you know what though, man? Torturous.
It
Our
is.
family friend when I was younger had a green African parrot. Whatever the fuck they are. Thing was in a cool thing though. It was a whole wooden box and it had like a jungle theme.
Yep.
But that fucking birds are like the luckiest creatures on this planet. They get to fucking just glide through the air and fly. And we clip their wings and we put them in a
Yeah.
fucking cage. Say, you're stuck here with me. And
Right.
parrots can live to 100 and something, and they have to live. That's torture. Those parrots that
It is.
got caught and live in those cages, they must be living out some bad fucking karmic shit, man.
That's like
That's
that's like
torture.
it's like jail for them.
That's life. Life in prison.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, 100 and some years in that fucking cage.
Yeah.
You better hope the owners fucking they don't die on you where you're stuck in there and can't get any food, or like they let you out at least to hang
Right.
out,
Yeah.
go around the house. But then again, those parrots they're born like that though. The babies obviously that come from like the pet stores or breeders. That's how they live in
Yeah.
in here. They won't be able to survive the outside world if they got out. just
No.
because they were raised inside and in a cage and shit and hand fed, you know?
Yeah. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't want though. I wouldn't want one of those fucking things.
No, I pretty much vowed never to get a fucking bird or anything that feels
Can outlive you,
constrained. No, no. Yeah, I'll live you, but like
you know?
that you're really putting constraints on, you know?
Imagine I bought one of those fucking turtles that lasts like fucking 200 years,
Yeah.
and in my will, I leave it to like you, and then
Yeah.
you're stuck with a goddamn fucking turtle,
No.
you know? No fucking way, man. No way.
Yeah.
Can't do that kind of shit. All right.
Mm.
But all right, so topic time.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll start from I guess from like the beginning. We'll go like a quick like little rundown. People have seen it before, but the Kansas City parade, that
Yeah.
is shooting.
Right.
Um, not a lot to say about that. It was gang related, but the news media obviously won't say that because
Yeah.
it doesn't fit a certain narrative. We all know what that is. It's just
Right.
fucking cold hard facts. And I see a lot of argument on social media in that regards when it's like when it's gang related and it's black on black crime, which it was, and one person died. Unfortunately, a lot of other people got shot, but they're all out of jail, thankfully. But people go like, the news won't cover it or won't say what it is. You know what I mean? They won't go there for some reason, and it's noticeable. And you see the whole timeline of people calling them out. So I'm like, all right, that's a fact. That's happens. But what's the reason behind that? So I'm trying to like think deeper. Like, is it racist against white people, right? Like, which a lot of people think it is. Oh, they won't mention if it's a white shooter, their face will be on the media. We'll know the name, we'll know all the information, which is true. But it's like, I think I think it's a little bit deeper than that. I think the establishment wants black on black crime. I think Tupac said it in that song Changes. He's like, they drop the guns and let them kill each other. That's exactly why they don't say anything, I believe, because they want that. They want that to happen. As crazy as that sounds, I think it's just deeper than what's put on face value, trying to make a division between both races. So you see a lot of that. I know you're not on social media a lot like that,
Yeah.
but that's what I see, and it's the truth, and it is what it is. But
Well, they fucking first said it was a mass shooting, right? Which that's not it. That was just
it's
it was
not.
like you said, it was a gang fucking fight, and a lot of people got shot from it, but nobody was targeting the fucking parade or anything like that. It was just
Right.
it was a gang fucking fight, and
They were there at the same time.
right, and that
It
type of shit happened.
popped.
So like, and then the media immediately is able to put that out there and nobody's held accountable. So that stirs up people and and probably somebody got into a fight over that or maybe even got killed over that news because that's how people are, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
another fucking mass shooting, this, that, and the other thing, especially with the race shit. Like they throw race stuff out there and then they cause these fucking like a lot of the times like cold cold war fucking race wars. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you know what it is. You go
Yeah.
out and you're like, like that guy, that black guy probably doesn't like me right now. Like there was a time when that happened like last year, a couple of years ago. Like you need like that guy's probably thinking something of me right now.
Right. Right.
When
Mm-hmm.
like the whole Black Lives Matter was crazy and shit like that.
Of
And
course, because
they
the
do
news
that.
puts it
Yeah,
in your brain.
yeah. And the news probably got a lot of people got probably got killed over that or really fucking hurt. 100% like
Feel
that. You know
hurt,
what I mean?
feelings hurt.
And they should be held
Friends not being
accountable for that.
friends anymore. Yeah,
They
of
should be held
course.
accountable for that shit, man.
They really should be, but that's how our media is. They present what they're all told to. I mean, I've shown it on the podcast where all the news media like they say the same verbiage, the same
Oh
slogan.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just look up that. If people really want to see that the news is just coming from pretty much one fucking source. It's
Right.
whatever they want you to believe is what they're
Yeah.
gonna fucking tell you. And you gotta really spend some time doing your own research on a lot of shit. And taking the big picture. And like I said, that's why I thought deeper in that. I didn't want to see like the whole racial thing getting thrown in my face
Yeah.
on surface level. It's got to be deeper than that. There's got to be something going on, whether they want to start a civil war or a race war,
Right.
whatever you want to call it. There's got to be something, some kind of fucking plan where they just keep putting that down your fucking throats and everybody responding from both sides. And
Yeah.
it's just crazy. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
There
It
was a
is.
girl, there was a girl in I think Oklahoma, like high school. She went by a white girl, 16 years old, non-binary, you know what I mean? Whatever that means, that's her
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
She got beat up in the bathroom by three girls, older girls, that's all they're saying, and got her head bashed in. The next day she collapsed and died. She was a straight A student.
Yeah.
So the other three girls, of course, they're not naming the names, they're not giving a description, and a lot of people respond by that. The reason they're not doing that is because they're black. There's it has to be three. That's why they're not saying that.
Mhm.
So, and they just, I think it does it's a disservice when they don't give all the information out, because then you look back at when that guy Rittenhouse, I think he was 16 or 17 years old when he shot the dude between Black Lives Matter. All you see is his name,
Yeah.
face, last name, where he lives, all in the media. So you could put his name out, but you don't want to put these girls, these murderers
Right.
that bashes fucking poor girl's head in. Like, I don't
Right.
know if they're black or not, but that's kind of the narrative where you can almost guess, and it's really like it's disturbing that the news is trying to do that to you, trying to squeeze it. They really should have like a news, or maybe this podcast where you just we tell you straight how it is,
Yeah.
and make your own fucking opinions about it. But just don't be fooled by big fucking media when they're trying to like fuck with your mind and make
Right.
you believe that it's black versus white and shit like that, or this class versus that class. It's only the very elite, and then it's all of us.
Right.
That's all it is. We should be all in this together.
Yeah. I mean, number one, in the news, there's no reason to describe somebody's color or fucking race or anything other than if you're looking for somebody, right? Alleged fucking rapist on the loose, fucking, white guy, fucking 5 fucking 7.
Big mustache.
Yeah, right. As opposed to like, okay, three fucking three men beat each other up in a fucking bar, two get stabbed. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
what? Like, okay, what does it matter if they're white or fucking black? What does it matter at all? Because then you're gonna, and we already know what it matters because they're fear fucking mongers, man. That's all it comes down to, man. The
Yes.
news is just,
Yes.
and like, how do you? I mean, it's the fucking age old story. 75 dead here, and Spiffy the fucking cockatoo gives
Chirp, chirp,
birth to four fucking
chirp,
puppies.
chirp. Yeah.
It's like
No, you're right. Yeah,
it's trickery,
absolutely right.
man. It's
It's a
trickery.
yeah, very triggering, very fear mongering. Yeah.
This should
That
be illegal, man. The news should be illegal.
that's why I'm trying to point out it's bullshit. It really is bullshit.
Yeah,
If they want you to act a certain way or get riled up about something, it's their plan.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying about that. It's not black or white or anything like that.
And you know what?
Think
That
deeper.
shit makes you think. Like, you know how you feel like there's more negative shit and there's more bad people in the world? There's fucking not. Because
Not
if you go to the fucking store and you don't get shot, that means that's 100, like you just won, right? Like
right.
every single time you go there and nothing happens, that's another fucking time that nothing happened. It's 1% of the fucking, maybe even less. Probably
Mm.
0.00001 thing ever fucking happens when you go fucking anywhere. When the mass fucking amounts of people go anywhere, nothing fucking happens. But they make it seem like it happens all the fucking time.
Yeah. Because they blow it up. They keep throwing it in your fucking face, man.
Should it stop happening? Absolutely. Are they trying to make it stop happening by showing it? No, because they're just publicizing it. They're not giving any, they never advise anything on there. The
Mm.
newscasters don't say, if you have mental fucking issues, please
Right.
reach out.
Yeah, you're right.
This isn't right. This type of stuff isn't right. They don't even say that.
Right. At least gambling sites tell you, hey, here's a number.
Right.
They don't fucking do anything like that at all.
Jesus Christ, man.
It is fucked up, right? If you really think deep about it, it really is fucked up.
Yeah. It's all ass backwards, man. Everything could be so much better. Everything could be so much better. It could be fucking Like a
Yes.
utopian society, they say, oh, it can't exist. Of course it can. It can exist because we have that ability inside of us.
We
And if
do.
we teach people how to use it, it can exist because you won't want to be angry. You'd want to be like you want to be happy. Instead, you'd rather be fucking happy.
I got a solution. How about the people that want that life? How about we segregate it? We want the utopia. We want the golden age. Let's
Right.
live in this section. All right. And we could all act that way.
Yeah.
You leave your car doors open, leave your doors unlocked in your house because
Yeah.
you live in a utopia society where nothing happened. And
Right.
then you go over there, like, look at these motherfuckers. They got locks, all these fucking doors, all this shit. I mean, yo, sign me up. Give me
Yeah,
the
but
utopia,
the thing is though, those motherfuckers who have the doors on their locks are going to come and rob your ass.
No, we have like a border, like a wall,
Yeah.
right? Think about it, right? Oh, fuck it. Let's build a wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we'll fucking stop all these motherfuckers from getting into our utopia society. That's what we really need because America's just fucking it's going right down the fucking shitter, dude. Every fucking story I hear, these immigrants coming here, dude, they're fucking Randall's Island down New York City. They're fucking assaulting cops down here, these fucking animals. They're fucking moving in, and a lot of these guys are like all tattooed up and shit. So people are thinking they're gangs from
Yeah.
South America, which probably are. And then they're also letting in Chinese. A lot of Chinese are coming in too. So they're probably setting up shop and spying on us. And besides all their massage parlors, they have every fucking where, every fucking street corner now is a massage place. And I'm sure they're not all fucking legit. So you got all these fucking people coming in. And I mean, you got these fucking dudes like they're living in with 15 other guys and they're going outside, they're pissing on people's doors or
Yeah.
they're trying to break into cars. Dude, it's something's gonna happen. I just don't know what it is, but I don't know, man. I think we need a new America or some shit, or we need to make America great again. I mean, is that a slogan?
That is a slogan.
Heard somewhere, you know?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. And I'm not and I always say this. I'm not justifying the immigrants and the fucking how they're dealing with like coming into this country, but think about this. We always say like the Italians and the Irish came here and
Yeah.
they built the fucking infrastructure of this country, which they did. But at the same time, the Italians brought the mafia here and they took the fucking government over for crying out loud. They ruled this.
Right. That's crazy.
That's like saying if like the immigrants from Mexico came here and took the country over and ruled the government behind the scenes. Like the
Right.
Italians had a huge fucking crime fucking syndicate going
For
on.
real. That's why I'm worried about all the Chinese coming in. Yo, it's gonna be fucking crazy. Our fucking president's gonna be Chinese one day. There's no fucking doubt. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it. They had one girl, she got elected in like, I don't know, California somewhere to be on some like some bench, judiciary, whatever the fuck it is. I can't really remember what it is, but she was straight Chinese, didn't have a passport, wasn't a U.S. citizen, but she gets elected to this board, which is it's
Wow.
pretty crazy. Yeah, I gotta if I find the story next week, I'll bring it back. I'll remind people. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just you hear all these fucking crazy stories. Like, why are you destroying America? Like it's crazy. And they're doing so much to try to keep Trump from not even running.
Yeah.
Like, why is that? Why
Yeah. Really,
do they
really.
really
Why
want
is
to
that,
fucking
right?
make him like
Yeah.
why what's your plan? Is he
Yeah.
part of a planned disruptor that you don't want this shit to happen? Because man, there's a lot of bad people here in America, people. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they're around.
I think he might be a planned disruptor, man. And they can't kill him because
Yeah.
you can't because listen, he's an elite human fucking being. He's been one for years. You don't just wipe out another elite.
You can't do it.
That
Yeah, you
starts a
can't.
fucking war. That starts an elite war.
Elite war. Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with that shit, but they could
Oh,
keep fucking with you to try to like make you not run, which is crazy.
sure. It's
So
like pushing each other. You keep pushing each other, you know?
crazy, bro. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for that too, man. I'm not telling
Imagine that
you to
though.
go for, but what the fuck?
Imagine knowing that you are part of the elite that nobody's touching me. Impossible because that other side won't because it's legitimately the end of the fucking world because we're gonna go to odds with you. And they all know that They're
like
not stupid. They rule everything. So they're not that stupid that they'd be like, let's ruin this all, you know?
yeah, right, right. They're gods on this fucking planet. They're
Oh
half
yeah.
lizard people, for Christ's sake. We know what they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. But
Careful with that when they stick that tongue at you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so all right.
yeah.
Think that might be it.
Well,
Uh,
read the back of this page real quick. What does that say?
okay. Here we go. Another lyrical atrocity or whatever from Nick Celio. Deep.
No, read it like a normal human being. Like
All right.
obviously you read from the close ones in to the out, right? Like,
From deep, right?
no, fuckhead. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, I get it. Okay, here we go. Hey, what are you doing, man? Deep.
No, motherfucker. It goes back what's a conversation.
Hey, what are you doing, man? Creating. Deep. I don't know.
Deep, deep, deep.
Oh, deep. Oh, it goes back.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it flips back around. Okay.
It
Now,
flips
what
back
is this
around.
from?
This is from my next book that's coming out. It's called Let the Door Kick You in the Ass, which I spoke about on here before. But it's going to be colored, so I'm going to color all this in to make it a little bit more fucking, enthralling to the human race. But it's about it's one-liner shits, and you know what? There's another part to this actually. Oh, hold on a second. Ah, fuck, it's not here. It's like creation is um like the biggest gift that we've been given as humans or something like that. There's like a one-liner at the top, and then it's described by stick figures.
Oh,
Um, but it's all like you said, I think one time that like I write things that kind of try to make people think and like, maybe think outside the box a little bit. So that's the whole point of this book as well. Everything, it starts off like you're sitting underneath fluorescent light bulbs is bad for you. Don't, you know what I mean? And it's just shows some guy sitting in a fucking office crouched over, like, you know, the lights, the whole situation is going to kill him eventually one day. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. We were meant to be farmers and fishermen, not lawyers and businessmen. Stuff like that, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It brings you back to basics basically. It just makes you think about stuff and I like it a lot actually this book. I do like it.
When do you think it's going to be available?
Well, the thing is this. I would move on from thing to thing, like creation to creation based upon this picture, and
Right.
then never try to like really push it. But I'm focusing on
The book.
lyrical atrocities right now.
Okay.
Like I sold 31 copies of it right now, and it just,
Right.
every now and then, it goes up one and two, and I'm trying to push it to like on social media now, and like, try to join in poetry like forums and stuff like that. Try to get like some sort of following to see if people like it and want to buy it.
Good idea.
So I have to focus on that now instead of jumping to the next one because I have a lot of projects that I want to fucking finish, and that book is the next one that I want to work on.
Okay.
But I have to finish this one first. I have to finish the process of this, and this is
Okay.
the hardest part of it all, promoting it. You could write it, you
Yeah.
could do it. It's difficult, and I get down pretty easily about it. And I could post stuff on social media and nobody gives a fuck about it, and then I want to fucking just stop. But you
Nah,
can't
you
you
keep
can't
going.
stop.
You
You got
gotta
to
keep
keep
going.
going. You have to because that's the only you're not gonna hit
That's
fucking
everybody's story.
yeah.
Everybody has the same story. I started from the bottom and now I'm here.
Right.
Jay-Z.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
that's all it is, man.
Yep.
All right,
Persistence
cool.
is key. Yeah.
Well, but listen, before you go, I actually did send you a couple more topics. We'll do a rapid fire through.
All right.
Quick topic: Russia launches a manhunt for an OnlyFans model who posted topless in front of the Moscow church.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to Russia, bro. Like they do some things right. They don't put up with shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? If you do something fucking stupid like that in society, in their society, you're probably gonna get thrown out a window in Russia. I gotta give them credit where credit is due because in America we put up with way too much shit.
I do.
We need to throw a lot of these mouth breathers out windows because of all the dumb shit they're doing. If you're like, down the city pissing on doors, you think that motherfucker be allowed in Moscow? If he's
No.
going around pissing on, imagine he pissed on fucking a Russian's door. Drago would come out so fast in his box, he would fucking just annihilate you and leave you dead in the streets, and nothing would happen to him. Because
Yeah.
Moscow would be like, yo, why'd you kill him? He fucking peed on my door.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Like, and then they leave.
All
And
right.
they just scoop the dead body up into Moscow.
You
So,
stupid.
I gotta give credit. I gotta give Russia credit right there. So,
Yo, but on the regular though, I saw the picture of that chick. She's an attractive girl.
yes.
They're not kidnapping. They're not trying to find her for prison sentences. They're gonna find her to make them her fucking their sex slave. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Yeah.
Putin
She's
was
going,
like, "Yo, get her to me now. Make
right.
it seem like we're really pissed. Bring her here now."
It's gonna be the next porn star in fucking Kremlin.
Yeah,
Well, switching to that, now another headline came out that now doctors, I don't know what doctors, but
yeah,
doctors are claiming that hormone filled breast milk from men
yeah.
is equally as nutritious and good as regular breast milk.
Okay.
I mean, this is a true story. I'm not making this up, but I want to know what quack.
Yeah,
I mean, now I'm thinking about like, remember like not something bad. The Ben Stiller movie with the cat, Mr. Jinx,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
was Meet the Fockers, right?
yeah, yeah.
And then he has that line, and he's like, "Oh, you can milk anything with nipples."
Yeah.
And I'm like, how fucking true is that statement now? Like, apparently, I can produce milk coming out of my nipples. Like,
Your
how?
nippies?
Yeah, my nippies can fucking squirt milk out the fucking YouTube screen right now if you're watching at home.
Well,
Apparently, what the fuck?
some men lactate, Mike. That's a real thing.
It comes out of your ass if you're
No, it
lactating.
comes out of their nippies.
Does it
But did
really?
you have?
Is that
Yeah, yeah.
true?
No, yeah. Some men do. Yeah,
Ah,
yep,
that's fucking disgusting. I didn't know that was fucking factual.
yeah,
Ugh,
yep,
gross.
yep.
But yeah, but this is so the doctors are saying that it's fine. So just so you know out there to keep you updated in life, this is what's going on. This is what's happening in the world right now. These fucking they want to breastfeed your babies as a dude. Like what the fuck?
Listen, I watched a documentary on breast milk the other day, and I don't know if I talked about it last week or not, but
I want some.
that shit cures cancer.
Dude, I would listen.
Like, no, legitimately, this fucking
That's what they're
scientist,
saying. Then.
this scientist did a fucking research, like a in the placebo fucking study or whatever,
Okay.
kills it, and then this guy had prostate cancer,
Yeah.
and within a month of drinking breast milk, his fucking PSA's levels were normal, right? And then so the lady that was giving him the
Swear.
breast milk, the lady that was giving him the breast milk, wasn't lactating anymore. So he wasn't able to get it, and the levels went back up again, and he was getting it
Wow.
back. He was able to find it on the internet, and now he drinks it every day, and gone.
Oh, we can find breast milk on the internet.
Yeah,
I was gonna say like I would love to try some breast milk, and so it's like I just feel like if you see a pregnant woman out there, you can't just go ask her like,
right,
"Hey, you mind? Like, can I get a squeeze?"
right.
Like it's a fucking shot of 5 hour energy. But I would love to fucking take some and just like have it stored because I've heard like good stories about that, good
Yeah,
stories about weightlifters,
yeah.
packing on muscle. Like that'd be fucking awesome. I gotta put like a Craigslist ad on for like on Craigslist, be like, hey, need a woman's breast milk,
They
please.
do that. That was the
Pay
whole
me
point. Then
top dollar.
another weightlifter was buying it off some chick, and like
Oh, really?
there's some women that create massive amounts of fucking breast milk every day, like
They're like a
72
cow.
fucking 72 pints or something like that. And like they have
Jesus
freezers of it. It
Christ.
was like stupid,
Where's
stupid.
it coming from?
I don't know. This one lady's like, "Oh, I breastfeed for like 7 hours a day."
Wow, that's a
Yeah,
champ.
yeah,
I want to be hooked up to that machine.
yeah.
That'd be
But
fucking fantastic.
then you have these scientists, like there's the one scientist that did the studies and found out how good it is for people. Then there's this other fucking bitch that goes, "It's dangerous.
Yeah, right.
You don't know if they have sexual transmitted diseases or whatever's in the blood. It's not tested. It's dangerous. There's no tests and studies that show anything." And like
Oh,
they just try to scare you. And it's like this
yeah.
guy is living proof that it fucking cured him. You know what I mean?
That's what they're scared of.
Yeah.
They make breast milk
Great again.
available in stores. Make it available, bro. Put it on the shelf. Imagine having some chocolate milk at night. I'm like, oh, this is some really good chocolate milk. Oh, yeah, it's my friend's breast milk. I mix it with Nestle Quick.
Oh shit.
It's fantastic. All right. So the last topic, well, two topics I got before I go. Alyssa Milano, right? Took her
Yeah.
kid. Everybody knows Alyssa Milano. She was on Who's the Boss, the
Yeah.
cute little fucking Italian girl. Um, took her son to the Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl, easily $10,000 ticket, right?
Yeah.
No joke. That's how much the average ticket was going for. It's like 8 to 10,000. She went to the Super Bowl, took him, and she had the audacity, like a couple weeks before the Super Bowl, her son's class was going on a trip, like a baseball trip or whatever, and she put a GoFundMe out to try to raise money for that kid in his class. I'm like, you're a multimillionaire. Just fucking get the $2,000, cut the check
Yeah.
instead of asking people like me to fucking, I mean, she didn't come out and be like, hey, Mike, can you fucking donate? I'm like, I'll be like, fuck yeah, listen, I'll fucking donate, you hot little piece of ass. But yeah, she fucking did that shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
how can you ask for that? It's like, man, the audacity of it is just, and she preaches all the time about COVID, all that bullshit. How you should wear a mask and mittens and all that crap.
Uh-huh.
So she's like one of those. So yeah, that's my 2 cents about that.
I wonder if she's coming out with a movie or a TV show anytime soon where they just wanted to make publicity about her.
Maybe that's probably next in line.
Because like who gives a fuck about that really in all realisticness, who gives a fuck about Alyssa Milano being a psychopath? You know what I mean? So
Right.
why are they making that?
Why are they pushing that down your throat too, right? Why are they putting that out there?
Yeah,
It's probably because it's just how stupid it really is. How like
yeah,
greedy, like rich, some rich people could or they're just living they're not living in society. When the price of like milk and eggs are like $300 and you're a fucking multimillionaire and you're asking for your son to go on like a little road trip for baseball, it's like, yo, just open that checkbook, bitch. It's
yeah.
like it's the timing. It's the timing of everything. And we're real quick before we go, last topic. Marshmallow's gonna love this. The COVID vaccine has linked to certain heart issues,
Yeah.
lung issues, and blood disorders. So it's now
Wow.
confirmed that, and you can look it up online. It's different variations of like the Pfizer and the Moderna, the boosters. It's a very small link, but now, like 4 years later, after the first round of vaccines went out, now you're going to start seeing a lot of long-term studies. And now it's getting confirmed that, and they just
Yeah.
kind of put it out there in the news, a real quick little thing. And I mean, like the conspiracy people were right. We tried to tell you, do your homework. Don't get shot up with that fucking garbage, or don't
Right.
put your kid through that garbage. But yeah, it's unfortunately, you're gonna start hearing a lot more of this. Besides the athletes and the people that just drop dead, playing sports. LeBron James's son collapsed during a basketball game.
Really?
He had the COVID shot. He's fine now, but I'm not talking about all the people that just dropped dead. I'm
Yeah.
talking about people that just got injured by the vaccine,
Right.
and the people just, it's tough, man. So now, yeah, like I said, you're gonna start seeing it, and it's just bad news, man. I feel bad for the people that had to take it. Just very fucked up. I wish there was like something you could take to make sure nothing happens to you, because I know obviously me and you, we know a lot of people that took it.
Yeah.
Want them all fucking safe. I wish there was like a drink or something.
Whiskey.
That always helps. Whiskey, wine, all the fucking fun time, and a
Hell
little
yeah.
bit of Elevate Dispensary and money earned in Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
But with that's it, bro. We out.
All
You know
right.
what to do. Like, subscribe, do all that shit. Tell your friends, and you know, keep that ass tight.
And always do it.
Win it.
Always motherfucking
Crush it.
crush it.
Crush that shit. We out.
Peace.
Sometimes the darkness shades the light. Sometimes the day feels like the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind about what I've seen. I'll sit alone in this disguise, but I'll try